Thank you, Gabe Lemus. We are live at Southwest High School in El Centro. The Southwest Eagles hosting the Hawks from the Falcons. A falcon is a hawk is a falcon. And I even had a merlin in my backyard not long ago. Anyway, the Falcons from O'Farrell Academy. Farrell Charter School. And it is a game that, okay, it was on, it was off, it was on, it was off, it's on. A good portion of the Southwest campus without power for most of the day. At noon, the decision was made, okay, we've got power at the gym, we've got power at the concession stand, we've got power for the lights on the field. We're going to play this football game. And that's what we're going to do, John.
Yeah, and let's give thanks to Athletic Director Ruben Valenzuela, because he's the man that came in and put in all the hours, got everything going, got it organized, got the ground crew, etc. So Ruben Valenzuela certainly earned his salary today.
Well, and we'll pass that along to those at the district. We'll take a look at the matchup tonight when we continue.
Hi, I'm Michael.
And I'm Nathan.
We're representatives of California's Teachers, Pension, and Retirement Advisors, LLC, and we're located here in the Imperial Valley, providing free 403B and 457B retirement education, in addition with CalSTRS and CalPERS pension reviews.
And Michael, let's not forget about pension maximization and IRS code 7702.
Absolutely.
To schedule an appointment with us, visit us at www.californiateacherspension.com for a free, comprehensive, and compelling financial analysis.
Buchanan Financial, your local life, retirement, and pension consultants.
Cabo's Modern Kitchen. Traditional mouth-watering mariscos and seafood favorites. Plus, exciting modern dishes like hamburgers, burritos, sushi, and steaks. Cabo's Modern Kitchen. Bold flavors, craft cocktails. A great place to meet with friends and family or to watch the game. Daily food specials starting at $10.99. And happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Check out Cabo's Modern Kitchen on Facebook or Instagram for great deals. Located 201 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Cabo's Modern Kitchen.
Intercare is a one-stop shop for all your healthcare needs. From primary care to pediatrics, behavioral health to radiology, Intercare is here to provide you with excellent care. We've got 6 locations in the Imperial Valley with a 7th coming soon to Imperial. We're open wherever and whenever you need us, including on weekends. To find a healthcare center near you, visit intercare.org. Intercare, making life healthy from the inside out.
The UPS Store, now at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. They take all drop-offs and can assist with packing and shipping almost anything. Don't forget, your local UPS Store provides mailbox services, document shredding, notary services, and passport or ID photos. The UPS Store is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 7, Saturdays, 8 to 5, Sundays, 10 to 3. The UPS Store, 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
We are set for high school football. The Southwest Eagles hosting the Falcons from O'Farrell Charter. Just to update a little bit, a couple of games played last night. Holtville beat Cibola 60-0. Imperial beat Palo Verde. The Yuma game at Calapat didn't play it last night because of the weather. Today they've canceled it. They will not make it up. Also, Centro at Coachella Valley, that game canceled. I don't think there will be a makeup. You'd have to find both teams having the same bye week to be able to do that. But when we know, we will let you know as well. Other games that will be going on this evening, well, Vincent will host Bonita Vista across the way at the Central Union High School field. And John, I see the lights. Okay. And let's see, who else have we got? Calexico and Cetis are scheduled to play. Del Norte is visiting Brawley. And John, we talked, okay, week 5. We're halfway through the season. Brawley 0-4, taking on Del Norte, a tough team. And it's going to be a good game. Can Brawley keep from going 0-5?
Well, actually, Del Norte is probably the weakest of all of their preseason games, which doesn't say much because they are a good football team, but they do have a losing record up to this point. So they're coming in and they're looking at Brawley as a patsy. And I'm pretty sure that people up in Brawley, they're going to have their guys ready to go tonight. And I would not be surprised if Raleigh doesn't get their first victory tonight.
Well, we will be updating scores as they are available to us, and we will let you know how that goes. I do want to salute Mickey Dale, George Grijalva. Despite the weather, despite the fact that they had to go all the way up Highway 86 to Interstate 10, then make a right turn and get to Blythe for last night's broadcast. And then the game stopped a couple of times because of lightning in the area. And they were able to get there, got back very early this morning. And, it's, John, you and I understand how some of that goes, don't we?
Yes, and I can remember, Carroll, it's kind of a tradition in Palo Verde. They get a lot of new coaches, and many of them are not from the area. And they had a young man that came from Indiana, basketball coach, and so his kids told him, you had to go to El Centro, you got to go to Indio, and then you got to go south. So they rode 4.5 hours on the bus, and he couldn't understand why it took him so long when the coaching staff had told him plan for a 2-hour trip.
Yeah, it's, there's one born every minute. We've got more of our pre-game show coming up.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with over 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter. Roto-Rooter.
Your goals are unique. Your financial plan should be too. That's why at Sun Community, everything we do is tailored for you. Discover what's possible with a personalized financial review. Get guidance from our certified financial counselors. And explore financial education for every season of life. At Sun, we'll meet you where you're at and take you where you want to go. Because our goal is your vitality. Sun Community. Shine on. Federally insured by NCUA.
Johnny's Carpets and Flooring has luxury vinyl waterproof flooring that others sell for $5.97 a square foot that Johnny sells for only $4.68 a square foot every day. And not 1 or 2 colors, but all 13 colors. Heavy 70-ounce stain-resistant carpet big box retail price $5.31 a square foot, but Johnny's price is only $3.50 a square foot every day. No gimmicks, no phony sales, just fair, everyday, affordable prices. Johnny's Carpets and Flooring, 1001 South 4th Avenue in Yuma.
K's Garnet. Become a K's Garnet loyal customer. Scan the QR code in-store for weekly super specials via text message. And also be entered to win K's Garnet giveaways. No purchase necessary. Check out these specials. USDA Choice Beef Back Ribs, $1.99 a pound. USDA Prime New York Steak, $14.99 a pound. And Certified Black Angus Inside Skirt, $11.99 a pound. Open in El Centro, 8 to 8. In Yuma, 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. K's Garnet, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro. And Kennedy's Carnet, 380 East 16th Street in Yuma.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
High school football on KXO El Centro, as well as NFL primetime games. We're getting ready for this matchup at Southwest Field. And I think a lot of it has to do with the weather and people still cleaning up and recuperating from our storms yesterday. A very sparse crowd this evening, plus farrellcharter from from San Diego County, and not a whole lot of following. They're in the National City Spring Valley area, according to John Driffle, and he's the one that did the research, right, John? What can you tell us? What are we going to see from farrellcharter?
Well, they're mostly known for their academics, so that's probably not going to help them a whole lot on the field, although I'm sure they're going to have some intricate plays designed. But they were founded in 1959. They are a public school. They are not private, but they are a charter school. And they have had a lot of academic success. I know you're familiar with the U.S. News and World Report. 6 years consecutively, they had farrellcharter listed as one of America's top schools. So that's impressive. You just can't get any better than that as a public school. President Clinton visited in '95 for some I'm not sure if it was to give an award, receive an award. I believe it was probably part of that one of America's Top School Awards, so he was there. But also, Carroll, KXO, we are the radio station with the best oldies on the radio, and you know who Rosalie Hamlin is.
Rosie, my old friend Rosie with the Originals and Angel Baby.
She is one of their most prominent alumni, 1960 class of.
Okay, very good. And as I recall, watching Rosie and the Originals perform at a bowling alley. I believe it was the Aztec Bowl in San Diego. Anyway, we've got football coming up. Get ready.
Jersey Mike Subs, a sub above, at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Top quality, delicious, hot and cold subs made how you like it. And don't forget, Jersey Mike Subs offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. And you can order subs for the party. Check out the Jersey Mike's app. There's some great deals and you can get shore points. That's Jersey Mike's at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Open every day, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
High school football is on the air. And tonight's game is brought to you by Southwest Security Services, Johnny's Carpet and Floor Coverings in Yuma, McNeese Smart at Dogwood and Main in El Centro, Sun Community Federal Credit Union, La Fonda Bar and Grill, Roto-Rooter of the Imperial Valley, Osa Asa Mobile Service Repair in Yuma, Kay's Carney in El Centro, and Kennedy's Carney in Yuma, the CB Stop in Calexico, Los Cabos Seafood and Grill, Intercare in the Imperial and Coachella Valleys, Stan's Auto Body, Jersey Mike's and the UPS Store, Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson Team, El Sarapi Restaurant, the Cannon Financial Services, and by the Central Union High School District.
Start thinking about football.
Now let's go to the field with tonight's kickoff with John Driffle and Carroll Buckley.
The Falcons will kick off, and dropping back to receive the kickoff is Joshua Ibarra and Joe Johnston. So we are just about ready to get underway. We will point out the officiating crew, 5-man crew from San Diego. And the guys made the trip over, and looking forward to working a game on natural turf.
Yes, and all points of San Diego. They come from as far north as Poway, as far south as Chula Vista, and as far east as El Cajon.
Well, it's an all-star crew, as befits our game tonight. The Falcons, Jesus Lopez, he's a sophomore. He does their punting and place kicking and kicking off is set. The Falcons wearing white with dark blue numbers, similar to a Vincent Memorial uniform, John.
Yes, very, very similar.
Low line drive kick. It'll be bounced and picked up by Ibarra. Ibarra takes it to the far side. He's got a seam. He's across the 40, the 50, the 40, and out of bounds. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, we've got a flag way back on the 40. Actually, now they put it on the 39-yard line of the Eagles. So if they start marching backwards from there, then this is going to put the Eagles deep back in their own territory after an excellent return on the opening kick.
You seldom see a flag on the defending team on a kickoff. And
it is a block in the back against the Eagles. So spot foul from the 39. So that will move them back.
Ibarra would have given them good field position.
And Carroll, we do appreciate that the Eagles are wearing their LSU-style uniforms, not the camouflage ones that we couldn't read the numbers.
I don't know if that was just a special uniform for the city championship.
For the 9/11 presentation as well.
Okay.
Yeah, they're marching the ball all the way back inside the 25 and going to put on the 24-yard line. That's where Southwest will begin their initial possession.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. They'll bring it out. Show the I formation. Peraza under center. Peraza takes a snap, hands it to the deep back, cuts it across right tackle, and picks up some yardage. And, of course, that is Adrian Herrigi.
Hodegi is their featured runner. He's the junior. Nice 3.5-yard pickup to start the game.
It'll be 2nd and 7. The Falcons do not look to be especially big. They've got some tall guys in the middle on the defensive front, but they look to be about an average high school team size-wise, John.
And they do not have their sizes listed on their program.
Again, the I formation. Back to pass, dumping it into the flat. It is complete across the 30, out to the 35, and out of bounds. And the catch by Joe Johnston.
Joe
Johnston, their primary receiver.
Yes, he's their leading, not ball carrier, but receiver and the leading yard gainer on this team in the first 4 games they played this year. And he got the initial first down for the Eagles. First time they've started a drive that we've covered where they did pick up a first down in the first series, and the ball now sits on the 37-yard line after that 10-yard pitch and catch.
Peraza under center. Hands off to the fullback. He breaks away and is stopped as he hits the 50-yard line. And that would be the up back. Daniel Dimas, I believe. Nope, that's not Daniel. That would be...
I think that's Abe Moreno, number 24.
Abe Moreno.
Another first down for the Eagles. Opening drive here as that play actually went across the 50 for a nice 14-yard pickup.
And one guy there to stop him, and he did. 1st and 10, Eagles on the 49-yard line of the Falcons. Long count. Hand off again in the middle. That is Moreno. And this time he'll be stuffed and lose almost a yard.
Just a straight trap right up the middle. And unfortunately, that time the interior lineman of these Falcons, led by their senior Frank Johnson, was all over that play, ended up with a 2-yard loss.
Damian Cordero comes in from the sideline with the play. And Cordero under center. Cordero will take the snap. From the eye. Hands off to the deep back, and picking up a couple of yards is Joshua Ibarra.
He was able to get it right out to midfield, so he gained one of the 2 yards that they lost on first down. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 11. The ball sits right on the 50-yard line.
Is it just me, John, or are we seeing more players here, more of the Eagles in this first drive?
You've already seen both of their quarterbacks, Damon Cordero and Roberto Peraza. Also their halfbacks, they've been running them in and out. Hodegi with 2 carries.
They come out in a spread from the shotgun. On a 3rd and 11, back to pass. Cordero fires, and it's off the fingertips of Ibarra. Incomplete. Bring up 4th and 11. The ball just across the 50-yard line in Falcon territory.
In modern-day football, this is not an automatic punt situation. Coming back out on the field is Damian Cordero, and I believe that the Eagles, 4th and 11, but they are at midfield. They're going to go for it.
Well, when you're 0-4, why not?
And the team you're playing is 1-2.
Again, shotgun, spread formation. Wide right, wide left, slot right, slot left, back to pass. Cordero looking, pumps. Now he's hit and sacked. Cordero goes down in a heap as he is sacked by Saul Roman, a freshman.
Cordero had plenty of time, but the defensive backs for the visiting Falcons were just draped all over the two men. It was just a two-person receiver set, and so they were able to contain them with their 4 defensive backs and safeties. And finally, the just pocket collapsed, a loss all the way back to the 42-yard line of 8 yards, and that does turn the ball over.
1st and 10, Falcons from the Eagle 42-yard line. The Kobe Coleman from the shotgun. Now the Eagles jump, and that'll cost them 5. It'll be 1st and 5. Easy to call. 3 guys jumped.
So what started out with a very promising drive, 2 first downs on only 3 plays, and then it was stalled with the incompleted pass and then finally the sack. And so now in the first defensive set, they just weren't able to contain their position and jumped offside.
Coleman, a junior, takes a snap, hands it off, and that's Angelo Ortegon across the 35 down to the 33-yard line.
He is their featured back, picked up 3 yards, and because of the offsides on first down, brings up 2nd and short.
Most of the yardage has been Ortegon and Coleman. Coleman with a lot of carries. They do not pass much.
Yeah, Jacoby Coleman is his first name, and he is a dual threat. He does run.
Again, from the shotgun. Coleman will run, turns upfield, and breaks 1 tackle and takes it down for the first down, down to the 30-yard line. Coleman, following the block of Ortegon and the pooling Damian Carrillo and Steven Rodriguez, picks up the first down.
Jacoby Coleman, as the featured quarterback, averages about 16 pass attempts per game. So they do throw the football, but they like to run it a whole lot more.
We are live on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California, with high school football on a Friday night. Coleman drops back, looks, fires downfield, and it is through the fingertips of one receiver into the hands of another receiver who dropped it. Evan Kelly, the intended receiver, and it went through his fingertips. And again, typically you do not really want to see 2 receivers in the same area. They were within 5 yards of each other.
And when that happens, that's usually because one of them decides, I know where the play's going, I'm going to get there because I want the ball. And not supposed to do that.
2nd and 10, handoff Ortegon. Ortegon goes off left tackle, bounces off a would-be tackler, and then is brought down. Ortegon brought down by Vincent Valenzuela, saving a touchdown. Crosses the 20 to the 19, first down.
11-yard pickup is looked a little bit like a billiard ball, a cue ball. He just bounced off players and kept going. He looks like he's a handful down there, Carroll.
You look at, he's stocky, and you're right, he bounced off of a couple of people. Pitch to Ortegon. Ortegon goes off right tackle this time and stays on his feet down to about the 12-yard line.
It looks like Ortegon likes contact. He could have had a lane running outside, going wide on the sweep, but he decided to cut it back because I just believe that young man just likes to hit people.
You know, if I'd got the pitch like that, don't hit me, I'm going out, I'm going the other way, don't hit me. He's not that way. Ortegon right next to Coleman. Again, it is Coleman on the run play option, and Coleman fakes it to Ortegon, takes it the other way, and picks up a yard.
That was a touchdown saving tackle out there by Leonardo Valenzuela for the Eagles, as he was the only one out there he had contained, and he was able to bring down Jacoby Coleman, the quarterback.
3rd and about a yard. And it is Ortegon. He is hit in the backfield. He'll lose 2 yards. sandwiched by a couple of Eagles, to include Leonardo Valenzuela, and also in there, I believe, Abe Moreno.
And here's one of my pet peeves with all of this wide open offense, Carroll. You've got 3rd and 1, and yet you take the snap in the pistol or shotgun, which puts you 5, so now you've got 3rd and 5 or 6. And he was tackled behind the line of scrimmage, 4-yard loss, so we are going to get a field goal attempt by the sophomore Jesus Lopez.
Lopez will try it. They'll spot it on the 21-yard line. That would make it a 31-yard field goal.
And yes, he does have the leg.
High snap, it bounces back to the punter, and he kicks it, and then it is covered. He kicked it on the ground, a soccer kick, and the Eagles recover in great field position. It'll be 1st and 10 Eagles on their own 44-yard line.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my #1 priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
1st and 10 Eagles on their own 43-yard line. Back to pass. Firing deep downfield and just out of the fingertips, Cordero. Fired it deep downfield for Israel Vallejo Sarmiento. And just, he had a step on the coverage, but just a step overthrown.
Yeah, Carroll, I know we're going to lose most of our audience, but you know who Gale Upremian is.
Ah, yes, the tie salesman.
Back in the 60s when they were meaning the NFL was bringing kickers over from overseas, he would kick a field goal, but he wouldn't kick it. He'd kick a touchdown.
Yes.
And that's just what we saw Lopez try right there. He tried to kick a touchdown.
2nd and 10. Here come the Falcons rolling to his right, looking downfield, firing Damian Cordero, and it is a catch, a great catch by Leonardo Valenzuela. He's doing it on both sides of the football tonight. He picked up the 1st down, a sliding catch, hauled it in, and they'll spot it on the 45-yard line in Falcon territory. Great catch, Leonardo Valenzuela. He's a junior.
Yeah, Carroll, our bag judge looked like, I hope it's just a cramp, but he's been trying to work on his hamstring since the previous pass play went incomplete.
This is cramping weather with that humidity, John.
I hope that's all it is, because we don't have any officials here that can take his place.
A backwards pass, fall on it, somebody. Okay, finally somebody did. That was a backward pass. It went incomplete, but Valenzuela, after a hesitation, decided I better jump on that.
And it's a good thing that he did, because that's not a pass. That is a run, and the ball goes back across midfield all the way to the 47. So that was a huge loss of 8 yards. And unfortunately, Valenzuela gets that as his rush attempt.
And spread formation. Spread formation. Damian Cordero from the shotgun. 2nd and about 18. Cordero on the quarterback draw will get smothered. It'll be 3rd and about 25 when we come back. That was not well timed, John.
Yeah, that's supposed to be an RPO where you read pass option, and the quarterback, Cordero, just didn't. He just ran straight into the waiting arms, and we do have a player down on the field.
One of the Falcons down. We'll take a timeout. We've got 2:38 to play in the first quarter. There is no score.
When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family, they've been doing it right for many years. You're never disappointed on the service that you get, and the smiling faces who serve you and food that's delivered to your table, they'll make you feel right at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, they do it right. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure sure you stop by at La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. Open Wednesday through Monday.
McNeesmart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. And don't forget McNeesmart offering daily specials Monday through Friday. Yes, McNeesmart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
AM 1230 KXO El Centro.
And being helped off the field after what appears that is probably a cramp, Julian Butts will go to the sideline.
Now we're looking at 3rd and 20. Obvious passing down. The ball has been moved back to the southwest side of the 50.
3rd and 20. Eagles from the shotgun, spread formation, back to pass, looking downfield, firing, and again, just a little bit tall for Joe Johnston. It goes incomplete. And, okay, are we going to have a real punt this time?
Yes, so far we have not had a punt. We had a field goal attempt that the ball was snapped poorly, and the field goal kicker, Lopez, tried to kick it while it was laying on the ground, kicked it right into one of the Southwest Eagles, and then the ball ricocheted further away from the goal line, so he had negative punt yards on that.
Okay, we show punt. And now we show whistles on the field. And
let's see if we have a timeout.
Timeout
by the Falcons. They had too many players on the field, so they took a timeout.
Falcons take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes. El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. El Zarape Restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Saturdays too.
This is Ruben Valenzuela, Athletic Director at Southwest High School. Football season is here, and we can't wait to see our stands filled with school pride. This year, our motto is strength in unity. That means showing up for our team, our community, and each other. Let's model good sportsmanship, make smart choices, and keep school attendance strong, because when we show up together, we win together. Join us Friday nights, loud, proud, and united. Strength and unity starts with you. Go Eagles.
Okay, we will have that punt. And on a 4th and 20, nice snap. The ball looks like it was tipped, and it will go out of bounds at about the 42-yard line in Falcon territory. Somebody got a hand on it, John. It looked ugly after that.
Jose Santiago, he got his big mitt up in the air and smacked the football, and it just died like a quail had been shot, and the ball only traveled about 10 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. So now the visiting Falcons have good field position on their own 42.
1st and 10. Coleman brings him out again, shotgun. Ortegon right next to him. Both of them have pretty good size, John. And now there will be a procedure call. Oregon was 2 steps downfield when the ball was snapped.
And they had actually 2 guys in motion, which in Canada you can do that, but not here. So that will now bring up 1st and 15. First offensive penalty on the visiting Falcons tonight.
So 1st and 15, no harm, no foul. Or 5 yards.
I'm looking at Angelo Ortegon. He looks like he could weigh close to 200 pounds. He's just a real thick young man out there.
Solid. And now the Eagles jump. And I think Coleman's snap count may have something to do with that. It's back to 1st and 10.
Well, Southwest, being very good hosts, said, all right, you gave us 5 yards, we'll just give it right back to you. No huddle up. The Falcons are going to run the same play.
Back to pass, looking, firing into the flat. It is complete. The ball's loose, and it's still loose. There's a scrum, and the Eagles say they have it. What do the officials say? Are they going to say it was an actual catch? And they do say the Eagles have it. The pass completed to Kason Aquino, a senior wide receiver. He caught it, turned, took a step, got hit, coughed up the football, and then about 5 guys tried to corral the football before the Eagles finally did.
I believe Israel Vallejo Sarmiento is the one that came away with the football. Now Southwest with the ball on the Falcons' 41-yard line.
1st and 10. Falcons bring them out. Coleman again from the shotgun. Coleman drops back, has a little bit of time, fires downfield, got a man open, caught, and into the end zone for a score. The Eagles put up a score, and
Carroll, we have a flag right down at the 45-yard line, so this one is coming back. I believe somebody on the Southwest took off a little early.
Okay, and that is the call. But a nicely thrown pass and a nice catch in stride. Broke a tackle into the end zone, but not going to happen.
Carroll, one thing that I saw during the last timeout as the young man was being helped off the field was head coach Bo Seibel was actually talking to Cordero on the sidelines, and then he was coaching him. And that's how you improve kids. You coach them during the game, after the game, before the game, and it was good to see Coach Seibel just instruct his quarterback, talk to him about what he did incorrectly, and he certainly changed that and corrected it because that was a beautifully thrown ball. Could have been a touchdown, unfortunately for the movement before the snap, as it looks like we're having some trouble with the chains on the sidelines. Now they've got it figured out. It should be 1st and 15, but the chain gang was thinking that they had to move the whole chain back 5 yards to make it 1st and 10. So now we've got it figured out. 1st and 15, 46-yard line. They got to get down to the 31.
Cordero, by the way, is a sophomore. From the shotgun, Cordero drops back again, looks, fires downfield, got a man open, and it is incomplete as the pass again intended deep.
The Eagles certainly have spotted something with their coaching staff up here, spotting, watching, and they feel that they can be very successful attacking the right defensive backs of the visiting Falcons. And third straight time they've had success where the receiver was open.
A little bit of speed sometimes helps.
Cordero getting the play from the sidelines, coming back out on the field now.
2nd and 15, the ball is on the Falcon 46-yard line. Minute 40 to play in the first quarter. Dropping back, get some time, rolling the pass intended for Joshua. Cordero is a sophomore. He's 6'1", 170 pounds. Cordero is a sophomore. He's 6'1", 170 pounds. Cordero is a sophomore. He's 6'1", 170 pounds. He'll grow some.
Right, he will fill out his next 2 years. So Southwest feels like they've got an excellent football player in the making. And Coach Bo Seibel is also doing his best to bring the young man along. At the same time, they do have Roberto Peraza Jr., so he'll be back next year as well.
Unless they enter the transfer portal and get a couple of $1 million. Coming out wide on the right, Vallejo.
Now
there's timeout.
Timeout by the Eagles.
Coach Seibel takes timeout. We've got a minute 30 to play in the first quarter. There is no score.
Stan's Auto Body, a name you've heard of and a name you can trust. Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Stan's Auto Body for many years now. His mission to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services and working closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. So if the unfortunate happens to you or you need some dents fixed, don't hesitate and call Stan's Auto Body.
Or corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico is your one-stop location. Sandwiches, chips, you can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop Day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Your favorite
Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Your favorite
Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Your favorite
Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
It will be Eagles. Third down, 15 yards to go. The ball on the Falcon 46. No score. Both teams have been able to move the football.
And both teams have shot themselves in the foot several times. Also, we've seen that head coach Bruce Newland has made some adjustments defensively. He does have a safety now who's dropping back about 12 to 15 yards behind the ball.
Cordero back to pass, again rolling to his right, looking downfield, lofts this one, and it'll go incomplete. Intended for Valenzuela. Valenzuela, had he caught it, would have been out of bounds anyway. High arc on that pass, John.
Trying to let his player run underneath it. So, again, Cordero had the right idea. And as I mentioned, as you can see the chess pieces moving back and forth as the Falcons did drop a safety back after 3 straight plays where the ball actually was thrown over the top of their defense. Nobody was back there.
4th and 15.
And it looks like the Eagles are going to go for it. Last pump attempt was blocked, so why not? You're on the other team's side of the 50. And the play has not been signaled in. It was brought in by Cordero, the quarterback.
He comes over to the bench after every play, gets the play, and carries it back to the huddle. 4th and 15. Eagles will go for it. Cordero drops back, looking, little pass over the middle. It goes incomplete as it was intended for Valenzuela, and coverage in there by one of the linebackers, and that would have been Isaias Garcia, a freshman.
And certainly we see that the Farrell Falcons obviously have a coaching staff that watches game film, and we've seen previous games where Southwest would do that little screen right over the center screen to their halfback, and O'Farrell was all over it. Even if he catches the ball, he's not going to be able to go anywhere.
1st and 10, Falcons. farrellcharter Falcons. Jacoby Coleman from the shotgun. Looking, chased out of the pocket. Coleman will be sacked as there was nowhere for him to run, and he got dropped.
5-yard loss.
A loss, and on that was Angel Rizzuta.
Second consecutive rushing play where the Falcons have been tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Coming out of the huddle, setting up, same formation, shotgun, with Coleman and Ortegon right next to him. And this time again, he fakes it to Ortegon, and the ball's loose, and the Eagles pick it up. Coleman hit, coughs up the football, and the Eagles secure their second fumble of the evening, and that time it was Vicente Valenzuela Perez.
Second fumble of the game. Coleman had broke several tackles, and right near the line of scrimmage he was hit. Someone put a helmet right on the football, and Vicente Valenzuela Perez was right there to pick the ball up, and The Eagles now have the ball as they're running near the end of the first quarter on the 34-yard line of these Falcons.
Got about 30 seconds to play in this first quarter. Again, there is no score. Centro's game against Coachella in Coachella canceled. Calipatria's game canceled. This game, it's underway. Cordero faces a rush, fires downfield, and bounces off Joe Johnston and goes incomplete. It'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Can't say that Cordero isn't trying, just having a little bit of trouble on the timing, John.
Right, and these Falcons are dropping back deeper now. Once again, the Eagles have been able to go over the top, so we'll see if that safety drops back. He was not that deep on this previous play. He was only about 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So let's see if that's gotten the eye of the coaching staff across the way. Quite a defensive tussle we've had here with 2 turnovers.
That have both gone in favor of the Eagles, but they have to capitalize. 2nd and 10, Eagles from the Falcon 34. Coleman again back to pass. That same pattern, and getting tripped up was Israel Vallejo Sarmiento. And also down there, Joe Johnston. And Vallejo Sarmiento kind of got his feet tangled. No interference.
Yeah, that was the proper call by the Eagles, as the safety, who was about 12 yards deep before the snap, came all the way up to the line of scrimmage. So there was nobody over the middle of the field, was wide open, and just not able to complete the pass. So I'm sure we're going to see the Eagles go back to that play.
They've had receivers open. It's just been a little bit difficult on the timing. 3rd and 10. Shotgun again. Here comes the Falcon. Out of bounds. The Falcons' Victor Solumni. Falcons' Victor Solumni. He just kind of played center field. He could have called a fair catch on that, John.
Yes, and once again, the proper play as...
there is a flag on the play, and...
I believe this is going to go back to the Eagles, as I believe if I saw the referee, he did call a personal foul, roughing the passer. So that will negate the interception, and it will give the Eagles a first down inside the 20.
So they are down at the 14-yard line. Roughing the passer. So the Eagles get the break, and they better capitalize. Far and away the best field position I think they've had pretty much all year, John. From the eye. Cordero hands off to the deep back, and that is all the way down inside the 5. The run by Adrian Herrigi.
He did pick up a first down, and we'll have 1st and goal. See if there's enough time to get another playoff here.
Nope, that's the end of the first quarter. At the end of 1 quarter of play, there is no score.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's Osoaza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles, because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. Osoaza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
The UPS Store, now at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. They take all drop-offs and can assist with packing and shipping almost anything. Don't forget, your local UPS Store provides mailbox services, document shredding, notary services, and passport or ID photos. The UPS Store is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 7, Saturdays 8 to 5, Sundays 10 to 3. The UPS Store, 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
Scoreless first quarter, And a couple of turnovers. The Eagles recovered 2 fumbles. The Falcons had an interception that was negated by the roughing the passer call. And now the Eagles with a 1st and goal.
We've also seen a blocked field goal attempt and a blocked punt. So we've had a little bit of everything so far.
It is Cordero bringing him out. It is Herrigi right behind him. And Abe Moreno in the fullback slot.
Taking this one off the tee.
Cordero will hand it off to Moreno. Moreno takes it down to the 5, loses the football, and the Falcons recover. Moreno had it stripped. Falcons capitalize on the turnover. It will be 1st and 10 Falcons from their own 8-yard line.
Moreno was the dive on that. He was the room, but then the ball just squirted loose. Now it is very humid out here today, and but then the ball just squirted loose. Now it is very humid out here today, and ball just squirted loose and was very alertly picked up by the visiting Falcons. Saved a touchdown.
Handoff, it is Ortegon. Ortegon will cross the 10 out to about the 12-yard line. Ortegon, Angelo Ortegon, a running back, linebacker, a junior.
Doesn't appear to have a lot of foot speed, but certainly has a lot of bulk and a lot of get up and go. He really loves contact.
It is 2nd and 6. Coleman with a spread formation. Again, it is Ortegon. Ortegon is hit by the whole right side of the Eagles defensive line, and he will lose about a yard. So the Eagle defense getting tough.
Let's give kudos to the coaching staff for the Eagles. Certainly well scouted, as they have been able to anticipate these handoffs on cross bucks and counter moves. And Ortegon just had not had anywhere to go on that play.
It's a pretty simple offense, John. It's Coleman and Ortegon. And now the Eagles jump, and again.
Well, they're pointing to the other side, so let's see what the referees decide here.
He said procedure against the Falcons. Coleman was not happy about that call. They'll spot the ball back on the 8-yard line.
Yeah, that's half the distance, so it's only a 3-yard penalty.
It'll be 3rd and 11. The offense for O'Farrell is basically Coleman or Ortegon. From the shotgun. Dropping back from the goal line, fires downfield, got a man open, and it is incomplete. Intended for Kelly downfield. Evan Kelly, a senior. He was covered, had his hands on it, but couldn't control it.
Double coverage down there as the safety came over. So well defended play, nice throw. Coleman certainly has an arm back there, threw that ball about 45 yards in the air and put it right where his receiver had a chance for it. Good play by the defense of the Eagles, and now we will see another punt. This has been a very exciting play as these kicks from scrimmage tonight.
Okay, we will try. It'll be Leonardo Valenzuela deep to receive. He is standing on the O'Farrell 40-yard line. The punt from the end zone, which means everything has to be right. 4th and 11 from the 7.
Now we have timeout by the visiting Falcons.
Falcons take timeout, so will we. There is still no score.
Intercare is a one-stop shop for all your healthcare needs. From primary care to pediatrics, behavioral health to radiology, Intercare is here to provide you with excellent care. We've got 6 locations in the Imperial Valley with a 7th coming soon to Imperial. We're open wherever and whenever you need us, including on weekends. To find a healthcare center near you, visit intercare.org. Intercare, making life healthy from the inside out.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with over 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter.
Jesus Lopez will try the punt from his own end zone.
And during the warm-ups, the Falcons did have trouble getting the snap back to the kicker, just on the sidelines. Slippery ball out there with the humidity and so on. So they're certainly going to need a good snap here.
Valenzuela is still deep to receive. Snap is back, and the ball is fumbled and chased out of the end zone looking for something, and he does a little bit of a rugby-style kick, and the Eagles will cover it. It'll be Eagles football. I don't see any flags. It'll be Eagles football on the Falcon 29-yard line. This is the 5th game of the season, right, John?
Well, that was a good snap.
Yeah.
I believe because of the humidity, the kicker, the ball just went right through his hands like it was made out of soap.
I think, actually, John, he was surprised because he had a man running across in front of him.
Yeah, they did put a man in motion, which isn't supposed to happen. And so when they snapped the ball, half the team, meaning the Falcons, didn't move. But let's give Lopez credit. He's right-footed. He kicked that ball with his left foot and still got it out all the way out to the 29-yard line.
It'll be 1st and 10, Eagles from the Falcon 29-yard line.
4th and about 6. They spot the ball on the 27. They need to get down to the. Now they're going to move it to the 26, and they need to get down to the 19-yard line or just inside the 20. So we'll call it 4th and 6.
Cordero has the play. Coach Seibel has him over next to him after each play.
The play clock has started. There is no urgency yet.
Going out wide on the right side, Valenzuela. In the slot, Johnston. I formation in the backfield. Cordero under center. Rolling, chased, he's hit, and he'll be thrown down at the 35-yard line. Shooting through and dropping him, Cardell Wright, a senior linebacker.
That time the Falcons just outmanned the Eagles line. Obviously on the line you've got 5 blockers and the Falcons sent 6. So the young man that was unblocked was able to wrap up Cordero and bring him down for a loss all the way back to the 35-yard line of a 9-yard loss. And that does turn the ball over on downs.
So the Falcons put it in play on the 34-yard line, their own 34-yard line. Again, the spread. Coleman hands off to Oregon. And Oregon is stood up at the line of scrimmage and will get nowhere. On the tackle, Noah Santos, a junior.
And slow to get up is Oregon, as he is still down. Now he's up. And they're going to give him just back across the line of scrimmage, so we'll call it no gain, 2nd and 10. O'Farrell has not moved the ball well. They only have 2 first downs. They have fumbled twice. So they have not really been very proficient on the offensive side of the ball, as Oregon must come out now because he was slow getting up.
He a little bit gimpy.
We would expect Coleman then to get this carry.
Coleman fakes to the running back, dances around, fires. It is complete. Had some time, got it away, and the pass completed to Brandon Gregoire. Gregoire picks up the first down.
Right on the line to make the first down, so that's a 10-yard pickup. Third first down here. And Kobe Coleman looked very calm back there, collected, just surveyed, and then hit the man right between the numbers. Nice pass, nice catch, first down.
Falcons hands off to Cardell Wright. Cardell Wright spins, picks up 9 yards before he is finally brought down. Cardell Wright.
A big young man that likes to move forward. And he was carrying Oregon. He's just a big young man that likes to move forward. And he was carrying ball carriers and tacklers with him. Looked like a scrum.
2nd and 1. Fresh legs. He's been on defense all night.
Let's see if Coleman calls his own number here.
Coleman drops back to pass. Has time, dumps it off, and it is in and out of the hands of one of the Eagles, Adrian Herrigi. Almost had it. John, if he had caught that, he had a lane all the way to the end zone.
That time Coleman showed what his stats show. He's thrown 5 touchdown passes, but he's also had 3 interceptions in his first 3 games. So if he just gets that ball over the defensive player, he's going to have a completed pass for a nice first down. But the pass was too flat, and fortunate to get that one back.
3rd and 1. Wright still in at the running back. Wright with the football. Wright will have the first down. Gain of 2 out to the 45. That's good for the first down.
Yeah, needed 1, got 2. Clock will continue to move.
Inside of 4:45 to play in the first half. No score. I'm not sure either team can, John.
Well, we've seen 1 touchdown. It just got called back. That was that beautiful pass, catch, and run by the Eagles. But now we see a little bit of confusion as there's double wideouts right and left for the Falcons. First time we've seen this formation.
Looking, rolling to his right, has some running room and will try and run, and Herrigi will slow him down, and he avoids that and stays on his feet before he is finally pushed out of bounds by Ignacio Perez.
Yeah, but it's not going to count. We've got a flag behind the play. They've already showed that it's one of those illegal blocks. The flag sitting on the Falcon side of the 50-yard line at the 48. So if that's where they start marching from, this is going to bring up first and very long.
They'll spot it on the 45
so it's
in Falcon territory.
That is a 10-yard penalty.
It'll be 1st and 20.
They're on their own 45, need to get down to the Eagles' 35. Clock is now in motion.
4 minutes to play in the first half, no score.
Gale Santoyo just come out on the field and was given the play by the wideout.
Snap back, it is Wright. Wright sheds a couple of would-be tacklers and rumbles for an 8-yard gain.
Cardell Wright trying to get some playing time here. He's an interesting young man as he does play defense, but he's trying to show these coaches he wants to be on the offensive side of the ball as well.
Well, you know, if he's going to do that, he's going to have to run better than Oregon, and Oregon has done a pretty good job himself. 2nd and 14. On the flanker reverse, or end around, if you will, the handoff to Oscar Jones, the junior wide receiver, picks up maybe a yard.
Yeah, that was a play that we've seen almost every high school in the nation seems to run, that put the flanker in motion, quarterback gets the snap and pitches him, leaves the ball in midair, he grabs it and takes off. Southwest all over that.
Third and 14.
And let's see if this is two-down territory, depending upon how much they gain here on third down for the Falcons.
Fake it to right, rolling to his left, and firing downfield. It is complete. Shakes a tackle and carries it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The catch by Kaysen Aquino.
First time you've called his name, but Kaysen is one of their starters on the offensive wideout position.
Spotted on the 25.
O'Farrell has already burned 2 timeouts as we see that Cardell White's off the field and Oregon's back on.
Spotted right on the 25-yard line. And rolling to his right again, dumping it off underneath. It is complete for a short gain. On the completion, Kelly with the catch, Valenzuela with the tackle. We will call it a gain of 5 out to the 20. So it'll be 2nd and 5. Clock runs with 1:20 to play in this first half. And in at running back right now.
Yeah, we've got timeout on the field, Carroll, as it looks like O'Farrell is taking their last timeout.
Okay, we'll take the timeout. We've got 1:15 to play in the first half. There is no score.
Your goals are unique. Your financial plan should be too. That's why at Sun Community, everything we do is tailored for you. Discover what's possible with a personalized financial review. Get guidance from our certified financial counselors. And explore financial education for every season of life. At Sun, we'll meet you where you're at and take you where you want to go. Because our goal is your vitality. Sun Community. Shine on. Federally insured by NCUA.
K's Garnet. Become a K's Garnet loyal customer. Scan the QR code in-store for weekly super specials via text message. And also be entered to win K's Garnet giveaways. No USDA Prime New York steak, $14.99 a pound. And certified ribs, $1.99 a pound. USDA Prime New York steak, $14.99 a pound. And certified Black Angus inside skirt, $11.99 a pound. Open in El Centro, 8 to 8. In Yuma, 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. K's Garnet, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro. And Kennedy's Garnet, 380 East 16th Street in Yuma.
It is 2nd and 5, back to pass. It is incomplete. Coleman tried to throw it over the middle. It goes incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd and 5.
That does stop the clock. And right now where the ball sits, Carroll, it would be about a 37-yard field goal. The kicker certainly has the leg, but unfortunately it looks like their snapper has had some trouble with humidity getting the ball back.
Running back is Victor Savnumi. Coleman from the shotgun. Now the Eagles jump, and that won't be quite enough for a first down, but it'll make it 3rd and inches. Okay, it is good for a first down.
So you got 1st and 10 from the 15. Obviously the best field position for the Falcons tonight. They're knocking on the door. Eagles have been down there twice so far and have been turned away. Oregon is back out on the field.
Back to pass, looking, firing. It is in the flat. It is completed to Oscar Jones. Jones will pick up yardage down to the 10.
5-yard pickup, bringing up 2nd and 5 as the clock continues to roll.
And as you pointed out, the Falcons do not have any timeouts left. 40 seconds to play in the first half. Coleman, again from the shotgun. Soumi is right next to him. Soumi with the handoff and goes right into the middle. He'll gain a yard. That's it.
And the Falcons now, and apparently, Carroll, one of the previous timeouts, the officials pointed the wrong way, and it was taken by the Eagles when he had pointed to O'Farrell, because it's either that or O'Farrell just took their fourth timeout of the quarter.
There's a flag on the play, and I didn't see.
Yeah, we haven't seen what but the clock's in motion, so now O'Farrell needs to hurry up as the ball is sitting in the 9-yard line. I guess they're calling that a 1-yard pickup.
Okay, they're going to have to hurry for the field goal as everybody's lined up. Snap rolls down, and Coleman picks it up, and he'll be dropped, and that's the end of the first quarter, or the end of the first half. At the end of one half, we have no score.
Johnny's Carpets and Flooring, since 1976, offers you factory direct affordable floor covering, waterproof luxury vinyl plank, water-resistant laminate for 20 mil wear, surface floors only $269 square yard, and not just 1 or 2 colors from stock, but 7 beautiful colors. Special closeouts for your park model, kitchen, or office, all at discounted prices, so you can save on every dollar you spend. Johnny's Carpets and Flooring, 1001 South 4th Avenue in Yuma.
Looking to buy, sell, or manage property in the Imperial Valley? Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team, is proud to call this community home and has since 2006. Whether it's finding your dream home, selling your current one, or navigating commercial and land sales, they've got the innovative tools and local know-how to get it done. Plus, their full-service property management covers both residential and commercial properties. Visit thewilkinsonteam.com or stop by their office in the Valley Plaza, El Centro. Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team, homegrown, hardworking, here for you.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my #1 priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley, located on the corner of 4th and Heil and El Centro.
When you're craving Mexican food right for many years, you're never just everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family, they've been doing it right for many years. You're never just everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family, they've been doing it right for many years. You're never disappointed on the service that you get, and the smiling faces who serve you and food that's delivered to your table, they'll make you feel right at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, they do it right. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by at La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro. Open Wednesday through Monday.
Well, the Southwest Eagles and the farrellcharter Falcons have played to a 0-0 tie here in the first half. And no scores from other games. 2 games played last night. We can let you know about that. It was Holtville over Cibola, 60-0. And Imperial beat Palo Verde 49-14. We can also tell you the Yuma Calipatria game in Calipat canceled. The Central Spartans game at Coachella Valley canceled. And we don't have any updates on the remaining games, which would be Vincent, Bonita Vista, Calexico, and Cetis, and Brawley and Del Norte. John Driffle has some numbers, and we'll go over them shortly.
McNeesmart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza. Or feed the office for your next party. With party platters, choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. And don't forget McNeese Mart offering daily specials Monday through Friday. Yes, McNeese Mart is your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
This is Ruben Valenzuela, Athletic Director at Southwest High School. Football season is here, and we can't wait to see our stands filled with school pride. This year, our motto is strength in unity. That means showing up for our team, our community, and each other. Let's model good sportsmanship, make smart choices, and keep school attendance strong. Because when we show up together, we win together. Join us Friday nights, loud, proud, and united. Strength and unity starts with you.
Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Stan's Auto Body for many years now, closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. Call Stan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 Wicks. Don't hesitate and call Stan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 Wicks. Don't hesitate and call Stan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 Wicks. Don't hesitate and call Stan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro. El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes. El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. El Zarape Restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Saturdays too.
Okay, John Driffle, what do you show?
Well, it's been a very entertaining first half, as we've seen pretty much everything. We have seen a touchdown, but it did not count, so we have no points on the board. Farrell has rushed the ball 15 times from scrimmage for 40 yards. 5 for 9 is their quarterback, Jacoby Coleman, for 49 yards. That's pretty good balance, 40 yards on the ground, 49 through the air, giving the Falcons 89 total yards in the first half. They did get 6 first downs, but 3 of those were in that last drive that came within the last 2 minutes of the half. So they'd been pretty much stymied, and they were stymied because they've turned the ball over twice. They've had 2 fumbles. One was recovered by the Eagles' Israel Vallejo Sarmiento, and the other was recovered by Vincent Valenzuela Perez. So when you fumble the ball twice, that will tend to help your stats be stuck in the mud, to use vernacular from what's going on with all the weather we've had the last 2 days. But other than that, a bright spot for the O'Farrell Falcons is when the Eagles got down near the goal line, they stiffened up as well. So both teams have had trouble putting the ball in the end zone. Falcons do have 89 total yards. We'll take a look at what Southwest has done after this.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's Osoaza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. Osoaza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Hi, I'm Michael.
And I'm Nathan.
We're representatives of California's Teachers, Pension, and Retirement Advisors, LLC, and we're located here in the Imperial Valley, providing free 403B and 457B retirement education, in addition with CalSTRS and CalPERS pension review.
And Michael, let's not forget about pension maximization and IRS code 7702.
Absolutely.
To schedule an appointment with us, visit us at www.californiateacherspension.com for a free, comprehensive, and compelling financial analysis.
Buchanan Financial, your local life, retirement, and pension consultants.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, you can even get fishing bait, and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Cabo's Modern Kitchen. Traditional mouth-watering mariscos and seafood favorites. Plus, exciting modern dishes like hamburgers, burritos, sushi, and steaks. Cabo's Modern Kitchen. Bold flavors, craft cocktails. A great place to meet with friends and family or to watch the game. Daily food specials starting at $10.99. And happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Check out Cabo's Modern Kitchen on Facebook or Instagram for great deals. Located 201 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Cabo's Modern Kitchen.
We are at the half where the visiting Old Farrell-Charter Falcons and the Southwest Eagles are tied with no score. We mentioned that the Falcons have gained 89 total yards, 40 on the ground, 49 through the air. Southwest has rushed the ball 12 times from scrimmage for only a total of 8 yards. 2 for 12 is the passing attack of Peraza and Cordero for 23 yards, giving the Eagles a positive 31 yards. But if you look at a couple plays, first of all, they did have one backward pass, which has to be counted as a run from scrimmage that went for a negative 8 yards, and Cordero has been sacked 3 times for negative 14 yards. So if you take those yards away, then Southwest is more representative and much closer to the Falcons in their rushing attack. Their 23 yards is about half of the 49 that the Falcons were able to get in the first half. They did have 5 first downs compared to the Falcons' 6, and they had 1 fumble that they turned the ball over, but that unfortunately for the Eagles was inside the 5-yard line. No interceptions for Cordero or Peraza. We'll be back to take a look at the individual stats for the Eagles after this.
The UPS Store, now at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. They take all drop-offs and can assist with packing and shipping almost anything. Don't forget, your local UPS Store provides mailbox services, document shredding, notary services, and passport or ID photos. The UPS Store is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 7, Saturdays, 8 to 5, Sundays, 10 to 3. The UPS Store, 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
Intercare wishes all our high school athletes a successful and healthy season. Intercare has 6 comprehensive health centers in the Imperial Valley, with a 7th coming soon to Imperial. From primary care to pediatrics, dental to radiology, we are here to provide excellent health care to all. To find a healthcare center near you, visit intercare.org. Intercare, making life healthy from the inside out.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with over 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter.
K's Garnet. Become a K's Garnet loyal customer. Scan the QR code in-store for weekly super specials via text message, and also be entered to win K's Garnet giveaways. No purchase necessary. Check out these specials. USDA Choice Beef Back Ribs, $1.99 a pound. USDA Prime New York Steak, $14.99 a pound. And Certified Black Angus Inside Skirt, $11.99 a pound. Open in El Centro, 8 to 8. In Yuma, 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. K's Garnet, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro. And Kennedy's Carne, 380 East 16th Street in Yuma.
We are at the campus of Southwest High School in El Centro, California. We're at the half. The visiting Falcons of O'Farrell Charter Academy from San Diego are tied with the Eagles, 0-0. We mentioned that both teams had positive yards, 31 for the Eagles, 89 for the Falcons. Let's take a look and see how the Eagles were able to gain their 31 total yards, 8 on the ground, 23 through the air. First, in rushing, they had 5 different ball carriers. Leonardo Valenzuela had that one, which was actually a backward pass that counts as a rushing attempt for -8 yards. Adrian Hadigi had 5 rushes for a total of 16 yards, his best half of the year. Also, the quarterback, Damian Cordero, we mentioned that he was sacked 3 times, did have one direct snap that he ran, also for a -1 yard, ending up with -15 yards. Getting 1 carry, Joshua Ibarra had 1 yard, and also getting 1 carry was Abe Moreno for 14 yards. The 2 passes that were completed out of the 12 attempts. One was completed to the Eagles' Leonardo Valenzuela for a good 13-yard gain and a first down. And the other pass was to Joe Johnston, who is the leading receiver and stat performer for the Eagles this 2025 season. He had that catch for 10 yards. We've seen quite a bit of other things. We saw 2 attempted field goals by the Falcons. One, the snap went over the kicker's head, and then the kicker tried to kick it on the ground like a soccer ball, and it ricocheted off one of the Eagles to the half. Was, instead of hiked over the head, was actually rolled back to him. For the Falcons is also the holder, so the ball was turned over. Both teams went into the locker room, and therefore we have that 0-0 tie at the half. And therefore we have that 0-0 tie at the half. And therefore we have that 0-0 tie at the half. And therefore we have that 0-0 tie at the half. We also had a attempted punt from the end zone of the Falcons where their kicker, Jesus Lopez, the ball went over his head. He picked it up. He is a right foot kicker, but the rush was coming from his right, so he rolled to his left and actually kicked the ball with his left foot, which was very impressive, like an Australian rules football kicker. Kicked it all the way out to the 30-yard line from the end zone. So when you look at that, you say, well, from the line of scrimmage, you know, he gets credit for like a 15-yard kick, but absolutely not. That saved his team. Meaning the Eagles, were not able to take it from the 30 and score. So he saved his team some points, and he is out there right with him. He'd be very successful as from the 30-yard. In the second half, the Eagles will kick off to the
property in the Imperial Valley. Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team, is proud to call this community home and has since 2006. Whether it's finding your dream, is proud to call this community home and has since 2006. Whether it's finding your dream, is proud to call this community home and has since 2006. Whether it's finding your dream, is proud to call this community home and has since 2006. Whether it's finding your dream home, selling your current one, or navigating commercial and land sales, they've got the innovative tools and local know-how to get it done. Plus, their full-service property management covers both residential and commercial properties. Visit thewilkinsonteam.com or stop by their office in the Valley Plaza, El Centro. Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson team.
Home financial plan should be too. That's why at Sun Community, everything we do is tailored for you. Discover what's possible with a personal community. Everything we do is tailored for you. Discover what's possible with a personalized financial review. Get guidance from our certified financial counselors. And explore financial education for every season of life. At Sun, we'll meet you where you're at and take you where you want to go. Because our goal is your vitality. Sun Community. Shine on. Federally insured by NCUA.
Johnny's Carpets and Flooring since 1976 always has the lowest prices from 2 warehouses filled with thousands of square feet flooring. Choose from the big selection in this area on carpet remnants for your bedroom, office, or living room with big savings up to 50% off and everyday retail big box prices up to 70% off. Johnny has the selection and colors you're looking for, always at huge savings. Johnny's Carpet and Flooring, 1001 South 4th Avenue in Yuma. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family, they've been doing it right for many years. You're never disappointed on the service that you get, and the smiling faces who serve you and food that's delivered to your table, they'll make you feel right at home. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, they do it right. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by at La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro, open Wednesday through Monday.
Well, John, I haven't had a chance to ask you how your week was. I can tell you, I'm not sure if you're aware, but after we finished our game Thursday, early Friday morning, Pam and I flew to Michigan and spent the better part of the week in Michigan with family and for a high school reunion as well.
So, what number was this one?
I don't want to go there. It was good to see family, lots of family. We got together. It was good to see classmates, and sad in a way when I looked at the classmates that weren't there and that have passed away in the years since we graduated. But it was good. We were a small school, and we were very close and have remained close, so it was good to spend some time like that.
And again, most of our listening audience are not aware of the fact that you went to an all-boys school, which in the 60s was not uncommon or unusual. But I believe you said you had 49 in your graduating class?
49 boys in the graduating class. What it is we were co-ed. My senior year, they split off. Made an all-boys school and an all-girls school. About 10 years later, they joined them back. But obviously, it's a joint reunion with the girls and the boys, since we had gone to class together, so for a number of years. But it was good to see them. I recognized the guys more than the girls, and probably a lot of that has to do with, we played football, we played tennis, we played sports, and you're a little bit closer like that. Anyway, we are set for the second half kickoff. The Eagles will kick off. And I can tell you Bonita Vista leads Vincent Memorial 3-0. Vincent Memorial. Okay, there's another surprise. They are 0-3 on the year.
Yeah, very unusual for Coach Wong down at the border city.
Kick that'll be fielded at the 15, out to the 20, to the 25. Stacked up at the 30, stays on his feet out to the 33-yard line as the Falcons will put it in play there. Ortegon on the return, so it appears we will see him. I'm sorry, did I say Ortegon? It was Coleman on the return.
Yeah, that is the quarterback, Coleman. And he was looking around trying to find a spot to try to wiggle through. But the old adage, he who hesitates is lost. All that did was give the cover team a chance to get closer to him. And so he was brought down 33-yard line.
1st and 10, Falcons. Ortegon stands next to Coleman.
Now we get a player coming on the field because it is more advantageous to have 11 on your team when you hike the football.
A little bit late, Christian Lopez. And Ortegon with some blockers and then is chopped down. Nice tackle by Damian Cordero.
Yeah, that is Damian Cordero, the quarterback. He does play on the defense, as do many of these Eagles, go both ways.
It will be 2nd and 9.
So we see Coleman leads them out. Cardell Wright is next to him, flanked to his right.
Looking, has some time, gets a block. Now he's hit and he is dropped. Just took way too much time, and
6-yard loss. First negative yards here come in. Wide receivers, so it looks like we see wholesale subs come in. Wide receivers, so it looks like we see wholesale subs come in. Wide receivers, so it looks like the Falcons are going to go into their spread offense.
It is 3rd and 14. The ball is on the 29-yard line. Falcons come out. Coleman has Wright next to him. Coleman drops back, has time, rolls to his right now, and there is a flag. There's going to be a takedown. Okay. How many points you get for a takedown, John?
2 points.
Okay.
Well, this is going to be decision time because if the Eagles decline the penalty, it's going to be 4th and long, and I'd expect them to decline this. But think about it. You want to make it 4th and 15 or make it 3rd and about 25. So they're going to accept the holding penalty. And they're marching it back. They've crossed the 20, getting now, and they're going to put it down on the 19-yard line. 10-yard loss on that hold call.
It'll bring up 3rd down. It'll stay 3rd down. And it will be 3rd and 23.
So you look in your book, and what 3rd and 23 play calls do you have?
Well, it's called Chuck and Duck.
Either that, or you might want to see a quarterback draw play, something safe here, so you don't turn the ball over.
And Coleman can run it. Coleman has the wheels to do it. Coleman chased out of the pocket, now gets it away, and it is intercepted. Going up on the jump ball and coming down with it was Valenzuela. The ball thrown a little bit short. Valenzuela took it out of the arms of Cason Aquino.
And on the positive side, Carroll, the Eagles get the ball on the 45-yard line of the Falcons. The snap was from the 19, so that's probably better than any punt they were going to get. And we've seen a lot of trouble in the punting game from both sides tonight. So that actually probably came out better than it would have if the Falcons would have had to punt.
You are an optimist, John. 1st and 10, Eagles from the Falcon 45. I formation. Cordero's, the ball is fumbled on the snap, but Cordero able to cover it. It'll cost him a yard.
Yeah, we've mentioned how the humidity out there, the ball's slick and slippery, and Cordero just was not able to pull away from center, just slipped right out of his hands.
2nd and 11. No score. It's been up and down. Whoever scores first is liable to win, John.
Yeah, I was wondering if we're going to have...
Falcons show blitz. Now they come. Valenzuela, but the ball underthrown. Cordero for Valenzuela, but the ball underthrown. Cordero for Valenzuela, but the ball underthrown.
A lot of pressure on Cordero as he was not able to step up and get his whole body into the throw, so it fell well short, which fortunately for the Eagles, no chance of getting that ball intercepted either. So not a bad throwaway. Brings up 3rd and 11. They are on the 50, inside the 50-yard line of the visiting Falcons. We have seen them go for it previously at this field position. So point being, this might be 4-down territory.
Johnson, single wide out on the left side from the shotgun. Herigi is into block, and Cordero fires downfield. It'll go incomplete, throwing into double coverage. And it was more of a jump ball that nobody could rebound. Johnston, the intended receiver. It'll bring up 4th down.
And there we did see an adjustment that the Falcons made during halftime. They did have their free safety back. He was able to come across, and actually the Southwest receiver did have his hands on the ball, but the safety was able to just jar it loose, bringing up 4th and 11. And as we anticipated, the Eagles will be going for it here.
Let's see what Damian Cordero has in mind, taking a lot of time in the huddle.
We might have to get a timeout here.
You go down to the tree, cut over to the left, and you turn right at the Buick. 4th and 11. Cordero from the shotgun. Herigi, right up off a little screen. It is complete to Herigi. Herigi caught from behind him, Emmanuel Garcia. And
this time better executed. Hottie was able to get it. We saw that play before. This time better executed. Hottie was able to get it. We saw that play before. This time better executed. Hottie was able to get it. We saw that play before. This time better executed. Hottie was able to get it. Did not have anybody standing next to him like the previous attempt. But the Falcons did rally to the football, turned it over. They will take over 1st down on their 41-yard line.
1st and 10, Falcons. 8:28 to play in the third quarter, no score. Did I say that before, John? Vincent Memorial leads Bonita Vista 6-3. Coleman, that's a screen pass in the middle to Wright. Wright is caught and dropped. The ball comes out, but he was already down. On the tackle, nice open field tackle, Ignacio Perez, a junior.
That's the exact same play that the Eagles just ran on the previous snap. So the Falcons decided to put that in their playbook. I'm sure it was 3.
I thought I had seen that play somewhere, John. 2nd and 3 from the 40. 2nd and 3 from the 48-yard line.
And we had a young man go in motion for the Falcons, so now it will be 2nd and 8.
The Falcons with the ball.
And now they do break the huddle. Looking at 2nd and 8. Let's see if we see one of those quarterback keepers with the RPO.
Coleman, and it is a quarterback draw, and it's good for about 2 yards. That's it. It did not fool the Eagles. On the tackle again, Jaden Real, a sophomore.
Both teams have a lot of sophomores on their squad because neither team has a JV. The Eagles actually do have players, freshmen and sophomores, to make up a JV, but the Falcons do not have a freshman or sophomore program.
Just not enough kids.
30 kids on the varsity level, and I would expect with this heat, humidity, they come from Lemon Grove area. It's going to start to show up in the fourth quarter.
3rd and 7. Coleman. Back to pass, looking, dancing around. Now he fires it. It is complete. And it's complete out to the 40 in Eagle territory. Good for the first down. The catch there by Kason Aquino.
15-yard pickup. Coleman looked a little bit frazzled back there in the pocket, like he didn't know what he wanted to do, but then he spotted his receiver come wide open, Aquino, threw a nice ball. Aquino caught it, got 5 more yards after the catch.
The Falcons, 1st and 10. And it is Wright with the ball, and Wright will be spun down. Another good tackle in there by the Eagles, and that time it was Ignacio Perez.
Yeah, only a 1-yard gain, bringing up 2nd and 9. The Falcons have run that play about 8 times so far tonight, where they put the man in motion and then they have Wright or Ortegon take the handoff as a counter behind the runner, behind the man in motion. And the Eagles, they've seen it enough times that they've been right there, and the last 4 times it's been stopped for little or no gain.
Gain of 1 there, so it is 2nd and 9. The ball at the 39. A good part of the game played right in the middle of the field, John. Kelly goes in motion. They flood the right side. Looking, fires over the middle. It goes incomplete.
That was unfortunate for the Falcons because that was going to pop. The young man was wide open right over the middle. There was nobody back there, and the throw was just a little bit behind. He got both hands on it, wasn't able to bring it in. As Coleman now goes to the sideline to get the call from his head coach, Bruce Nealon.
Updating a score, Del Norte leads Brawley 14-7.
Brawley's had a lot of trouble scoring points, and you'd expect that, down 4 quarterbacks.
3rd and 9. Coleman with Wright. Right next to him. Again, Kelly goes in motion. They flood the far side, the wide side of the field. Fire down that way, got a man open and tipped away. Intended for Kelly on the fly. The ball tipped away by Joshua Ibarra.
Excellent throw by Coleman. It actually went into the hands of the intended receiver, and then Ibarra came and knocked it away. So that was good execution by both sides of the ball, bringing up 4th and 9, 39-yard line. We certainly would expect the Falcons to go for this. We've had all kinds of interesting snaps on punts and field goal attempts.
Coleman with right. And Coleman drops back again, dancing, looking downfield. He'll turn it upfield and tackled short as Perez in on the tackle. And a nice open field tackle, John. Played his position and made the tackle. So we'll turn the ball over and downs again. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles from their own 35-yard line. We've got one of the Eagles down on the field. So we'll take a timeout while it's one of the Falcons. We'll take the timeout. There is no score.
McNeesmart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get you through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party. With McNeesmart offering daily specials Monday through Friday. Yes, McNeesmart.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my #1 priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Okay, the injured Eagle, Adrian Herrigi, comes off the field under his own power. Again, it appears to have been a cramp, and with the heat and humidity, it is cramping type weather.
And it was very heartwarming to see that the two coaches from the visiting Falcons were the first two out there, and they were stretching him out, getting him loose so he could jog off the field.
1st and 10 Eagles from their own 35-yard line.
No safety for the Falcons on defense.
And here they come, dumping it off over the middle. It is bobbled and then caught by Israel Vallejo Sarmiento. That's good for the first down. That slant right across the middle.
Yeah, nice 14-yard pitch and catch, as there was no one in the middle of the field for the Falcons, and once he caught the ball, he just turned upfield and picked up about 7-8 extra yards for the first down.
The Falcons blitzing on almost every play. 1st and 10 from the Eagle 49-yard line. Falcons show blitz, and here they come again. Fire again over the middle and dropped. Hit him in a bad spot, John. Hit him right in the hands.
Well, obviously the coaching staff head by Bo Seibel has seen that there's a bubble, a hole out there right in the middle of the field, about 5 to 6 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, with the blitzing linebackers and no safety. So they're trying to work that part of the field, and that time the play call was perfect, the pass was perfect, the execution didn't quite make it.
2nd and 10. Spread formation, shotgun. It is Cordero. We've seen him basically all night long. Drops back, fires again. It is complete for a pickup of about 9 yards. The pass completed to Joshua Ibarra.
very close to the first down. Looks like they're going to put it just about a yard short on that 9-yard pickup for Ibarra, his first catch of the evening.
3rd and a yard. By the way, Ruben Valenzuela, the athletic director at Southwest, let us know O'Farrell Charter does not have a JV team, but he was able to pick up a JV game for the bye week against Gila Ridge JV.
That's to make up for the game they missed tonight.
Yep. Sometimes things work out. I formation again under center. It is Cordero, and again, issues taking that snap under center. He fumbles, is able to fall on it, and picks up a half a yard.
Very close to the first down. They might have to measure for this, as they've moved the ball 3 or 4 times, so I guess they're finally going to put it about a half a yard short, as you said.
4th and inches.
And Cordero did well that time to not take the ball for a loss, because it did squirt out, and he scooped it up and dove forward.
And if you're just tuning in, the Central game at Coachella Valley was canceled, weather-related. Calapat game canceled. 4th and inches. And the handoff goes nowhere. The Falcons shoot in and got him in the backfield.
And that was Frank Johnson, just came right across, and Isaiah Kane, the 2 biggest players on the field, and they smelled that out. It was a quick up-back handoff. The dive play that Brawley's been running for the 41 years we've been doing this, Carroll, not quite as effective as what the Wildcats usually get.
So it is 1st and 10, Falcons.
As we stay right near the midfield. This time it's in Falcon territory on the 44.
We've got 1:50 to play in the 3rd quarter. No score. Kelly goes in motion. Again, they flood the right side. Now he reverses back and goes downfield. In the flat, it is pass over the middle complete to Christian Lopez. Wide receiver is a freshman. He's not superstitious.
Play as the quarterback, Kobe Coleman, is 3 for. The quarterback, Kobe Coleman, is 3 for. The quarterback, Kobe Coleman, is 3 for 6 here in the 3rd quarter, finding some success with those short over-the-middle passes.
1st and 10, Falcons. It is on the Eagle 44. Coleman over the middle and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. And it goes incomplete. Pass intended for Kaysen Aquino. 2nd and 10.
We mentioned that the Falcons have a small roster, only 30 players on their team. So they're trying to get some offensive linemen a chance to rest. We see some real clean uniforms out there, the left guard, left tackle, and just have to do it with this heat.
It's not hot, John. Not August hot. Coleman back, fires, and almost picked off. He overthrew the intended receiver, Lopez, and Joshua Ibarra had a shot, but he short-hopped it. 3rd and 10.
Ball sitting on the 44-yard line of the Eagles. As you mentioned, we've pretty much been between the 30-yard lines here in this game. Several times both teams were able to penetrate down near the goal line, but neither team has been able to put the ball in the end zone, save for the Eagles, who had their touchdown call back.
3rd and 10. So far in the 3rd quarter, not a lot of offense from either team. Little flanker dump off. It is Kelly. Kelly breaks one tackle, breaks another, turns it upfield, and gets a first down. Kelly with 2nd, 3rd, and 4th effort.
They might want to get that ball to that young man more often, as he broke about 5 tackles. They actually had him behind the line of scrimmage, and they had him at the line of scrimmage. Then it looked like they were going to bring him down well short of the first down, and he just refused to go down.
That, at least until Ignacio Perez got to him. First and 10.
Nice drive going here, picking up 2 first downs.
It's on the Eagles 33. Coleman hands off, and right in the middle, it is Wright. Cardell Wright. And he'll be dropped for no gain. We have not seen Oregon in the second half, John. Didn't see him in the most of the second quarter. Now, it looks like that's the end of the third quarter. At the end of 3 quarters of play, there is no score.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes. El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. El Zarape Restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Saturdays too.
This is Ruben Valenzuela, Athletic Director at Southwest High School. Football season is here, and we can't wait to see our stands filled with school pride. This year, our motto is strength in unity. That means showing up for our team, our community, and each other. Let's model good sportsmanship, make smart choices, and keep school attendance strong, because when we show up together, we win together. Join us Friday nights, loud, proud, and united. Strength and unity starts with you. Go Eagles.
12:30 KXO El Centro.
The fourth quarter is set to get underway. No score.
And next week, Carroll will be at another Thursday game. Is that correct?
Well, it will be actually La Quinta at Central on a Friday.
So next Friday, all right? A week from today.
Yes.
Well, here we had a pass from the quarterback, Coleman, to Wright, and he kind of tipped it as soon as he got the snap, he looked at Wright and just kind of shoveled him the ball. And unfortunately for Wright and the Falcons, he was brought down well behind the line of scrimmage, bringing up now 3rd and very long.
3rd and 15.
So
neither team wants to get into the end zone, John.
Yeah, and you get a completed pass that goes backwards for a -4 yards.
The for them to add another score or 2.
Now the Falcons do have a victory. They scored 30 points in their
another score or 2.
Now the Falcons do have a victory. They scored 30 points in their first game of the year against the Rock Academy.
Spread formation. Coleman back to pass, looking, chased, turns it upfield, and he is brought down after a gain of about 8 on the tackle. We'll give that to Ignacio Perez again.
And Coleman picked up 8 yards, but that's going to bring up now 4th and about 8.
And Coleman Gimpy back to the huddle, hobbling back to the huddle. 4th and 8. The ball is spotted on the 31-yard line of the Eagles, the Falcons.
Coleman did not even go over to the sidelines. Evan Kelly ran over and got the play from head coach Bruce Newland.
And as we said, Coleman is rather gimpy right now.
And there's a snap.
Coleman drops back, looking, 20, the 30, out to the 35 to the 37, across the 20, the 30, out to the 35 to the 37, across the 20, the 30, out to the 35 to the 37-yard line is Israel Vallejo Sarmiento. The Falcons with another turnover.
But this time, Carroll, instead of it being a long pass that's caught and then immediately tackled, the ball's actually turned all the way out to the 36-yard line.
It will be Eagles 1st and 10 on their own 36-yard line.
That was 4th down, so the ball was going to be turned over anyway. I'm sure the Falcons now wish that they had just thrown that ball away, taken the ball, because instead of turning it over on the 30, it actually ended up on the 36. Eagles picked up 6 yards on the exchange. Let's see if that ignites some giddy up in their step.
I formation. Handoff. Into the middle is Harigi. Harigi moves the pile forward across the 40 to the 41-yard line.
This might be the time of the game where we see some of this fatigue and the humidity and the heat start to affect the visiting Falcons. We have another Falcon down at the 41-yard line.
And there is timeout, and again, that is cramp type down. So we'll take a timeout. We've got 9:20 to play in this football game. There is no score.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, you can even get fishing bait, and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Stan's Auto Body, a name you've heard of and a name you can trust. Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Stan's Auto Body for many years now. His mission to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services and working closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. So if the unfortunate happens to you or you need some dents fixed, don't hesitate and call Stan's Auto Body or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service 28 years. Ozoaza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508
Okay, we're ready to play. 2nd and 4 for the Eagles. 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 A little bit different formation, deep pitch back and turning it upfield and looking for some running room. That is Joshua Ibarra. Ibarra with a deep set. And by deep, I mean about 12 yards behind the line of scrimmage to take the pitch and look for some room down the sideline. Another injured Falcon.
Ibarra found that room, Carroll. He was able to take it all the way out to the 49, 8-yard pickup, and a first down.
We have another Falcon down. Timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout.
Hi, I'm Michael.
And I'm Nathan.
We're representatives of California's Teachers, Pension, and Retirement Advisors, LLC, and we're located here in the Imperial Valley, providing free 403B and 457B retirement
maximization in IRS code 7702.
Absolutely.
To schedule an appointment with us, visit us at www.irs code 7702.
Absolutely.
To schedule an appointment with us, visit us at www.californiateacherspension.com for a free, comprehensive, and compelling financial analysis.
Buchanan Financial, your local life, retirement, and pension consultants.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
Cabo's Modern Kitchen. Traditional mouth-watering mariscos and seafood favorites. Plus, exciting modern dishes like hamburgers, burritos, sushi, and family. Or to watch the game. Daily food specials starting at $10.99. And happy hour great deals. Located 201 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro.
The humidity, I think, has far more to do with the cramping as with the 10 Eagles. Again, that deep room out on the far side of the field, he'll have another 10 yards.
You're saying the tailback is lined up about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage where the quarterback, exactly what you're saying, the tailback is lined up about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage where the quarterback, exactly what you're saying, the tailback is lined up about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage where the quarterback, exactly what you're saying, the tailback is lined up about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage where the quarterback takes it off. You're saying the tailback is lined up about 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage where the quarterback takes it off the tee. the ball is pitched, and he just outruns everybody. So very obvious that at this point of the game, Southwest has more team speed than the visiting Falcons.
It is another first down, spotted on the 40 in Falcon territory.
The 11-yard pickup after gain attempt.
Vincent leads Bonita Vista for a 3. Vincent leads Bonita Vista 12-3. Del Norte leads Brawley 21-7. I formation on the 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle, and powering his way for about a 5-yard gain is Adrian Herrigi. It's 2nd and 5. The
Eagles with a very nice looking drive here, Carroll. They've already run 4 straight running plays, picked up 5, 8, 11, and 5 yards on those 4 attempts, moving the ball down the field. They are now with the ball on the own 35-yard line of the visiting Falcons, looking at 2nd and 5.
Clock is running inside of 7:40 to play. That I formation again. And handoff to the deep back. And there's no hole. There's nowhere to go there.
That's Hodege, but he did a great job of sidestepping the initial rusher, who was going to be tackled about 2 or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And
it is 3rd and 4.
Certainly 4-down territory with what
we score. We've been playing, for the most part, a 40-yard field between the 30. Been playing, for the most part, a 40-yard field between the 30. Been playing, for the most part, a 40-yard field between the 30-yard lines.
Now we see spread wide outs. Double wide right, double wide left.
From the shotgun. Back to pass of Joshua Ibarra. Good coverage there by the foul. His arms back, and he dropped the ball.
Yeah, that was excellent play by both. They had 8 excellent team. Only 3 guys back there, so the pass was to the wide receiver. Ibarra was open. Back that was coming out of the backfield of the wide receiver. Ibarra was open. Back that was coming out of the backfield of the wide receiver. Ibarra was open, but back that was coming out of the backfield of the wide receiver. Ibarra was open, but back that was coming out of the backfield of the wide receiver. Ibarra was open, but the closing of the cornerback was able to break it up. So now we have 4th and about 5.
And they better get this play underway. They're taking an awful lot of time. Single wide on the left side, wide right, slot right. Again, here come the Falcons. Fire it, and it's almost intercepted, intended for Leonardo Valenzuela. And knocking it away was Jose Santiago. It'll go incomplete, and the Falcons will take over.
One thing, Carroll, that I haven't done, I could later on if we had a break. How many times have both teams gone for it on 4th down? It appears that it's been more than 4 or 5 times. Each team going for it on 4th down. And you can see why, because whenever there's any kind of kick, there's usually a bad snap or something bad happens. So instead of even putting the ball in danger, just go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
1st and 10, Falcons. farrellcharter Falcons.
And Wright is back next to Coleman, the quarterback.
And the handoff is to Wright. Wright tries in the middle, and he'll pick up about 3 yards. Not much else in the middle. And on the tackle, Jesus Diaz, a junior, 5'8", 256.
And let's give credit, Carroll, because that was the first carry of the night for Victor Sowumi. He had that ball. He's number 0 in your program, number 1 in your heart, Victor Sowumi. And he was able to push the pile. They had him at the line of scrimmage, and he just pushed the pile forward. Another huge back.
It is 2nd and 7. Downfield, firing deep downfield, and intercepted. Nice pick. Joe Johnston went up and brought it down. So another turnover by the Falcons.
Third interception here in the second half. First one by Johnston. Now that was second down, but as we mentioned in the past, that's even better than a punt, as now they've switched field position, and now the Eagles have it deep in their own territory on their own 30-yard line.
Okay, we didn't make it past the 30, John.
Not yet.
Okay. First and 10 Eagles on their own 30-yard line. Ibarra wide on the left side. Herregin right next to Cordero. Back to pass, looking, firing deep downfield, and hand fighting and careful. That was mutual, John. It was a good no call.
Well, actually, is what happened is the defensive back had the inside position, and the ball was thrown to the inside. And so Ibarra was trying to fight through the defensive player to get to the football. However, the person is trying to fight through to get to the ball. Both players, excellent coverage, keeping the player from having a lane to the ball.
Damian Cordero back to pass again, looking, firing underneath. Cordero, Damian Cordero back to pass again, looking, firing underneath it. Cordero, Damian Cordero back to pass again, looking, firing underneath it. Cordero, Damian Cordero back to pass again, looking, firing underneath in the middle, and it goes incomplete. Again, hit him in a bad spot, hit him in the hands.
And we saw on coverage was the aforementioned Victor Swaunmi. He came across and had a little love tap, but that play has been open all night where the Falcons rush everybody, and there's just a huge bubble from about 5 yards in the defensive backfield to about 15 or 20 yards, and been wide open, and that time everything was perfect except the execution.
So it is 3rd and 10. And you're wondering if there's no score, are they going to go to overtime? I don't know. It's a non-conference game. Farrellcharter probably would like to go home.
Well, first they just jumped offside, so now it's going to be 3rd and 5, so we're back into 4-down territory. I was wondering if there was no gain on that, if Southwest picked it, but didn't punt it about 3rd and 5. So I would assume Cordero does have us. They're going to probably have 2 plays here to try to pick up the first down. Cordero does have us. They're going to probably have 2 plays here to try to pick up the first down. Cordero does have us. They're going to probably have 2 plays here to try to pick up the first down. Cordero does have the call in from the sideline. Hodeggy is next to him.
3rd and 5. Again, here come the Falcons looking, firing over the middle, goes incomplete. Johnston, the intended receiver.
And we may get the first punt here in the second half as the punting unit is coming out. The first punt here in the second half as the punting unit is coming out. The Falcons are dropping a player deep. I would suspect on the sidelines they may be telling them watch out for the fake.
Coleman is deep to receive the intended expected punt.
Only the second punt of the evening for the Eagles. If you remember, the first one way back in the first quarter was blocked.
High snap, brings it down, gets it away. Nice punt. Bounces at the 40. It'll be down at the 39-yard line. It'll be Falcons 1st and 10 on their own 39-yard line.
Jersey Mike Subs, a sub above at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Top quality, delicious, hot and cold subs made how you like it. And don't forget, Jersey Mike Subs offers a 10% discount for military and first responders. And you can order subs for the party. Check out the Jersey Mike's app. There's some great deals and you can get shore points. That's Jersey Mike's at 1002 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Open every day, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
It is 1st and 10 for the Falcons Farrellcharter Falcons. Coleman puts Kelly in motion. He's been in motion all night. He's going to be tired. Fires over the middle. It is complete at the 50 to the 45 down to the 42-yard line. The catch by Kaysen Aquino, senior wide receiver.
You mentioned the man in motion, and then Kaysen actually cuts behind him and was just wide open. All he had to do was make the catch, which he did.
In 10.
20-yard pitch and catch. Biggest play of the night for the Falcons so far. Pitch and catch. Biggest play of the night for the Falcons so far.
Coleman from the shotgun. Drops back, has time, look downfield, fires, and a little bit of miscommunication. Tried to hit the underneath receiver, crossing, and incomplete. Kelly, the intended receiver. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
We used to call that short-arming the football. Instead of throwing it, he just kind of shot-putted it out there and didn't give his receiver a chance to get to it. Clock does stop on the incompleted pass. And we do see across the way, Jesus Lopez is warming up for a potential field goal attempt.
Wide right, wide left, slot right, slot left. Coleman again, looking, he's hit, gets away from one rusher, turns it upfield, and is hit and dropped. Herrigi. John, one other thing I have noticed all night long, each of these teams are helping each other up.
Yeah,
and it's
a struggle out there. I mean,
it's a struggle, but they are helping. Okay, Herrigi made the tackle on Coleman. He helped him up. And it has been reciprocal all night. And it's just sportsmanship. It's a gain out to the 42-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 11.
They need to get about to the 25-yard line to get a field goal attempt. That's the range for Lopez.
Coleman takes a snap. Coleman chased out of the pocket, fires over the middle. It goes incomplete. The receiver fell down. And that was Christian Lopez. And it'll bring up 4th down, 4th and 11. Again, we're inside the 30.
Yeah, Coleman 6 for 14 here in the second half. And it appears that the Falcons are going to go for it. They have had trouble with their snaps on both field goals and punts.
Well, there's 3:20 to play in the football game. Might as well, John.
It may have been prudent to kick the ball deep if you get it down inside the 20. You don't think it may have been, as Victor Fuami is now back next to Coleman in the backfield.
Looking. Coleman back, looking. Coleman back, looking. Gets some time, turns it upfield. He's across the 40, 45, and pushed out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
He did get the first down, as that time Hodege was not able to catch him. Previously, Hodege had run him down. That time, Coleman had the 30 to the 29.
Del Norte lead.
Looks like Brawley now is going to fall to 0-5.
John, you know there's only one game that counts.
For them,
John, you know there's only one game that counts.
For them,
John, you know there's only one game that counts.
For them, that's the bell game.
Yes. 1st and 10.
But they've got to worry about Imperial this year too. Imperial appears to have the best team. They've been putting up some very impressive wins, including last night's.
I would agree with you. Imperial is right now the best team in the league. A little underneath the screen, and that is Soumni. And he'll pick up a couple of yards. He'll pick up about 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5. Timeout on the field. We've got 2:22 to play in this football game. There's no score yet.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with over 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Oh, Roto-Rooter, that's the name. And away goes troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter. Roto-Rooter, Roto-Rooter.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXO El Centro.
Intercare is a one-stop shop for all your healthcare needs. From primary care to pediatrics, behavioral health to radiology, Intercare is here to provide you with excellent care. We've got 6 locations in the Imperial Valley with a 7th coming soon to Imperial. We're open wherever and whenever you need us, including on weekends. To find a healthcare center...
5, Falcons driving. The ball on the 21st. Coleman. Coleman will take it right up the gut. Coleman will spin away and get a... Coleman will take it right up the gut. Coleman will spin away and get a... Coleman will take it right up the gut. Coleman will spin away and get a couple of extra yards as he gets down to about the 23-yard line. The clock right now is stopped, and they spot it. That's a first down. It is fine.
In 10. Pickup of 10 yards for Coleman. They're certainly within field goal range.
And into the middle and into the center of the field. And into the middle and into the center of the field. And into the middle and into the center of the field. And into the middle and into the center of the field. And that would be right on the carry. Picks up about 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8.
We have not seen Ortegon here in the second half on the offensive side.
He did not play most of the second quarter, John. He went down, and obviously it was more than a cramp.
Yeah, it looks like, as we see across the way, he actually has his pads off. He is out of uniform, limping on the sideline.
So Coleman, Jacoby Coleman, with Wright right next to him. Wright on a little bit of a draw, nothing inside, takes it to the outside, inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. So Cardell Wright.
It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Going to see some interesting O'Farrell. So timeout on the field, O'Farrell.
58 to play in, no score.
Case Garnet. Become a Case Garnet loyal customer. Scan the QR code in store for weekly.
No score.
Case Garnet. Become a Case Garnet loyal customer. Scan the QR code in store for weekly.
No score.
Case Garnet. Become a Case Garnet loyal customer. Scan the QR code in store for weekly super specials via text message, and also be entered to win Case Garnet giveaways. No purchase necessary. Check out these specials: USDA choice beef back ribs, $1.99 a pound. USDA Prime New York steak, $14.99 a pound. And certified Black Angus inside skirt, $11.99 a pound. Open in El Centro, 8 to 8. In Yuma, 9 to 7. We match our competitors' prices. Case Carne, 1239 Adams Avenue in El Centro. And Kennedy's Carne, 380
8 seconds to play. It is 3rd and starter. Falcons with the football.
I would have some timeouts to use. 3 of their timeouts. So if they get the ball back, they're going to have some timeouts to use. 3 of their timeouts. So if they get the ball back, they're going to have some timeouts to use. 3 of their timeouts. So if they get the ball back, they're going to have some timeouts to use.
Coleman drops back, looking, has some time. Now he rolls to his right and looking to run. Turns it upfield inside the 5, down to the 1, and just shy of the goal line. I mean, inches shy of the goal line.
We have a flag back at the 14-yard line, so this is coming back.
Holding against the Falcons.
Now, that also, if they don't pick up a substantial gain here on the replay of 3rd down, that's going to make a much more difficult field goal attempt.
So it'll stay 3rd down.
Unfortunately, these referees aren't mic'd, so we don't have any number on the offending player that calls it like John Seaman does. But they have put the ball all the way back on the 19-yard line. So that's a 10-yard penalty. Third down from the 19. They need to get to the 4, Carroll, so that's 15 yards.
3rd and 15. Coleman with right.
Do you try to pick up 5 or 6 or 7 and then get an easier field goal attempt? We'll find out.
Bad snap picked up by Coleman. Coleman chased out of the pocket, looking downfield, fires downfield. It is picked off by the Eagles. Valenzuela with the interception, breaks away, and he's across the 40, the 50, the 40, 30, 20, 10, touchdown. Valenzuela goes 98 yards. I don't see any with an interception, pick 6. I don't see any with an interception, pick 6. I don't see any laundry out on the field.
There's a lot of O'Farrell Falcons that are down, getting stretched out with cramps. Looks like the play's going to stand.
Well, let's see. I'm not sure, John.
I do not see any flags, but I don't see anybody running down for the PAT attempt.
The official, okay, sideline warning.
Yeah, now we're getting set for the PAT attempt. So
it is, okay, it is a touchdown. Finally got that. There was a sideline warning as some exuberant Eagles were a little bit too close to the sideline. It's only a warning. We have 21.8 seconds to play. Valenzuela looked like he was down at about the 5-yard line, looked like he was down at about the 15-yard line, and all of a sudden, Leonardo Valenzuela, with a convoy, took it 98 yards.
And right now we are 20 seconds away from Southwest getting their first victory of the year.
And first one in 2 years, John.
As we are now set for the PA attempt, as the final Falcon is gimpy off the field with a cramp in his left calf.
So, questions about overtime? Not yet.
Well, we still have a kickoff to go.
Well, we've only seen 2 of them so far. So the Falcons are 20 seconds away from their first win in 2 years.
And Joshua Ibarra is set for the PAT attempt. Now we have whistles. And we have offside against the visiting Falcons. Let's see if the Eagles want to go ahead and have a 2-point attempt here, as the ball would be on the 1.5-yard line.
They will think about it. They're taking time out. 21.8 seconds to play. It is Southwest 6 and O'Farrell Charter nothing.
Cabo's Modern Kitchen. Traditional mouth-watering mariscos and seafood favorites. Plus exciting modern dishes like hamburgers, burritos, sushi, and steaks. Cabo's Modern Kitchen. Bold flavors, craft cocktails. A great place to meet with friends and family or to watch the game. Daily food specials starting at $10.99. And happy hour Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Check out Cabo's Modern Kitchen on Facebook or Instagram for great deals. Located 201 North Imperial Avenue in El Centro. Cabo's Modern Kitchen.
Sun Community, everything we do is tailored for you. Discover counselors and explore financial education for every season of life. And explore financial education for every season of life. And explore financial education for every season of life. At Sun, we'll meet you where you're at and take you where you want to go. Because our goal is your vitality. Sun Community, shine on. Federally insured by NCUA.
Well, we can update Brawley lost 34-7. Del Norte with the win. The Eagles lead 7-2.
They have
They
Heidegger
will
in the backfield, along with their quarterback, Cordero.
And they hit up, back, and
push.
He gets it in. Hit up, back, and
push.
He gets it in. It is up, back, and
push.
He gets it in. It is up, back, and
push.
He gets it in. It is Abe Moreno for the 2. So that makes it 20. It makes it 8-0 with the Eagles on top.
Southwest Security has been protecting properties 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, right here in Imperial and Coachella Valleys. Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been in the private security business for over 25 years and have always made it my mission to always provide my clients with the highest quality security services available. Your satisfaction is my #1 priority. And don't forget Southwest Postal, the only postal center in Imperial Valley with 24/7, 365 access to your post office box. Access when you need it. Located on the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Okay, John, it looks like the Eagles may have their first win of the year. First win since the 2023 season.
Yeah, that's going back, last year. I believe they did not win last year, so we have to
Nope,
go back.
no wins last year.
Go back 2 years. I would actually squib kick or even onside kick this. No chance to let the other guys return it for a touchdown, but it looks like they're going to kick it deep. It's a little short squib kick.
And it'll be picked up by one of the Falcons, and he'll be dropped.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of after action. We had a couple players were bumping each other after, and now everybody's coming out, so it would probably be good right now if on both sides were popping each other, as players on both sides were popping each other, pushing, shoving.
That's after I told you how they were helping each other get up, and very sportsmanlike, and
yeah, now
then it just kind of blew up.
Yeah, the referee's over here talking to Coach Seibel, and I'm not sure. Like they're going to go. According to what I've seen, the Falcons do have one defense out left. Eagles, and I would not be surprised to just see the Falcons throw the ball as far as they can and get on the bus and go back home. Falcons throw the ball as far as they can and get on the bus and go back home. Falcons throw the ball as far as they can and get on the bus and go back home. Now we've got a flag for unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm not sure. I guess they could call it against both teams. The Eagles were imploring their fans to yell and scream, so the Falcons were mimicking them. And they'll move the ball back. And the best thing now that could happen is let's get a snap and then get this game in the books and everybody go home. The ball now sits all the way back on the 24-yard line.
Okay, we'll correct the Brawley score. It was 37-7.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Coleman dumps it off, and it bounces, and in 3 seconds.
That actually looked like...
That took about 3 seconds.
That actually looked like...
That took about 3 seconds.
That actually looked like...
That took about 3 seconds.
That actually looked like a play, Carroll, again. You'd remember out of the 60s where the receiver is behind the quarterback, so you bounce it, which keeps it a live ball, and then he picks it up and tosses it downfield. But it didn't look like that was the intent.
Nope, just underthrew it. Again, back to pass, looking. Coleman chased out of the pocket, and he'll have some running room. And let him run a little bit, but don't let him score. And that's what they do. They do the pitch it back, but no good. That's it. Yeah. This ball game is over.
Yeah, the quarterback pitched the ball back as a lateral. It was recovered. Ball's dead. Game is over.
That's it. Our game is over. And for the first time in 2 years, the Southwest Eagles with a win. They defeat farrellcharter 8-0.
There's a new here, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. Has been John's Mechanic for 28 makes and models automobiles, because Azza has been John's Mechanic for 28 makes and models automobiles, because Azza has been John's Mechanic for 28 years. Also Azza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Stan's Auto Body, a name you've heard of and a name you can trust. Bo and his team have been serving his customers at Stan's Auto Body for many years now. His mission to be recognized as a premier on your collision repair. So if the unfortunate happens to you, 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
One-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your fishing license. Best CB selection of sandwiches, chips. You can even get fishing bait. And a fishing license. Best CB selection of sandwiches, chips. You can even get fishing bait. And a fishing license. Best CB selection of sandwiches, chips. You can even get fishing bait. And a fishing license. Best CB selection of sandwiches, chips. You can even get fishing bait. And a fishing license. Best CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
El Zarape Restaurant in Imperial is 100% authentic Mexican cuisine. Their extensive menu features traditional handmade Mexican dishes. El Zarape Restaurant has taken it over the top with their creative ideas like stuffed special quesadillas with carne asada, shrimp, or pollo asada. El Zarape Restaurant, 139 South Imperial Avenue in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4435. That's 355-4435. Open Saturdays too.
Southwest Eagles with their first win in 2 years. We congratulate the Eagles with that 8-0 win over the farrellcharter Falcons. And the game, for the most part, up until a minute left in the game, was played between the 30-yard line, a 40-yard field basically, for the evening, and then it kind of broke open. Valenzuela with the interception and a 98-yard return for a pick six by Leonardo Valenzuela. So the win, and as we pointed out, their first whole lot of success the year before. So for the Eagles, it's for the it's going to be an interesting year for interesting year for Southwest, as interesting year for Southwest, as interesting year for Southwest, as next week is San Isidro. It's a game they can win. Then they will be at Holtville on a Thursday night. Vincent, Palo Verde, and Calipatria. So it's not going to be easy for them for the rest of the year. But there are some games there that they can win. And John, have you got the numbers?
Yeah, let's take a look at interesting game, and there's a couple of stats that just stick out like a sore thumb. First, the Falcons ran the ball 28 times from scrimmage for 81 yards. 12 for 25 was the Kobe Coleman for 119 yards, giving the Falcons 200 total yards. They had 11 first downs, but here's the stat, Carroll. They had 6 turnovers, and that's the difference in the game, obviously the one that led to the only score in the game. First, we had 2 fumbles, both in the first half, recovered by Israel Vallejo Sarmiento, and the second one in the first half was recovered by the Eagles' Vincent Valenzuela Perez. The 4 interceptions, all in the second half. Leonardo Valenzuela, Israel Vallejo Sarmiento. Also, Joe Johnson getting an interception. And, of course, the most important, the 98-yard interception return for a touchdown was by Joshua Ibarra. So 6 turnovers for 38 yards, 5 for 22 for 49 yards. Usually rush 7 total yards, 8 first downs. They did have 1 fumble in the first half. Individually, rush 7 total yards, 8 first downs. They did have 1 fumble in the first half. Individually, rushing the football, Leonardo Valenzuela, 1 carry from -8. Adrian Hodegui, 9 carries, 27 yards. Also, the quarterback, Damon Cordero, 5 carries, -15 as he was sacked 4 times. Joshua Ibarra, who scored the touchdown, also had 3 carries for 20 yards. And Abe Moreno had a carry for 14 yards. The 5 catches were all made by 5 different players. First, Leonardo Valenzuela had a catch for 13 yards. And Joe Johnson had a catch for 10 yards. Adrian Hodegui had a catch for 3 yards. Israel Vallejo Sarmiento had a catch for 14 yards. And Joshua Ibarra had 1 catch for 9 yards. So all in all, we see the Eagles with their first victory on the year. Not only do they score their first defensive touchdown of the year, but it leads to their first victory.
Well, it is their only their 3rd score of the year so far. And as we pointed out, their first win in 2 years, 2+ years. So it's got to feel good. Next week is homecoming for the Eagles, and they will host San Isidro. John and I will actually be at Centro next week, La Quinta, and the Central Spartans. That should be a good game as well. The latest scores we had, Vincent was leading Bonita Vista 14-10 with 3 minutes to play. The Brawley Wildcats are 0-5 on the year. It was Del Norte 37, Brawley 7, and as John pointed out, they're a very good 0-5 team. They have played the toughest pre-league schedule we have seen in a long time. And the issue partially is also they're down to like their 4th or 5th quarterback. And it's awful tough to win when you have to go that deep. The high school football on AM 1230 KXO brought to you by Oso Aza Mobile Auto Service, Stan's Auto Body, the CB Stop in Calexico, El Zarape Mexican Restaurant in Imperial, the Central Union Grill, Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson Southwest Security, La Fonda Bar and Grill, Coldwell Banker, the Wilkinson Team, Johnny's Carpet in Yuma, Sun Community Federal Credit Union, Jersey Mike's and the UPS Store, Kay's Kearney in El Centro, Kennedy's Kearney in Yuma, Roto-Rooter of the Imperial Valley, by Intercare throughout the Imperial Valley and Riverside County, also by DeCannon Financial Services, and by Cabos Seafood and Grill. We want to thank Gabe Lemus, our producer-engineer in the studios. Technical assistance provided by Kurt Hoffman. For John Driffle, I'm Carroll Buckley. Keep it tuned to AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California.